All right, let's get started.
All right. So there's no this or that intro. You just ask questions right away.
All right, hey guys, what's going on? It's Alex from Fitment Industries, and I'm here with
Joe's from Fitment Industries.
And we're here for another episode of this or that.
That answers all the top questions of whether we would go with this or if we would go with that.
Yeah, sounds about right.
That
was a great explanation. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet, you're going to be wanting to subscribe. Press the button, hit the bell thingy, so that we can keep making awesome videos, and then I can just keep my day job. Mostly, that's like 90% of the reason. Anyway, you ready to go?
Yeah.
You sure?
I'm sure.
Steve, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, you got your life alert?
Life alert's ready to go.
All right.
Ambulance is waiting outside. They can't see it.
You got the mobility van.
All right, question one is from Reeves Page. Best car for a high school student, 350Z or BRZ?
I know what you're gonna choose.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I know what you're gonna choose.
Okay,
and if you don't choose, then that just further develops into another conversation. You go first.
All right. Well, I'd have to go with BRZ because I own technically a BRZ FRS 86 thing, the bright orange one. I think it's such a good platform because, like, especially for a high school student, obviously you haven't been driving for that long. They're not crazy powerful. You're not gonna like end up killing yourself with it, you know, because like, but at the same time, they're easy to work on and there's like a lot of stuff out there to do to them. And they're just kind of cool cars to tinker with and mess around with. And I think for the most part, you can do, like I said, do stuff with them a little more easily, especially like engine wise. Because I know like with like a 350, you start digging into that engine bay and it gets a little hairy pretty quick because like everything is just like so crammed into there.
Yeah. I would have to go with the 350Z. I think for me, I just can't get over the Nissan platform and then how wide the bodies get, just stock body 350Z. Now, are either of them good for a high schooler? No. No, they're not. No, neither of them are good for you, bud, because I know exactly what you want to do at 16 years old in the high school parking lot. You're going to want to do little drift skis outside the moment 250 hits or whatever high school ends at in your state, and then you're going to just drifty boy into the fence right next to Hick Row. So neither are good options. I would just choose a 350Z. All right. Next one, Steve.
All right. Next question is from Rob Kaisher. I probably screwed that name up.
Rob Kaisher.
Kaisher? Okay.
I wonder if he's Wisconsin. Rob Kaisher.
Kaisher.
I think he's an ST.
Stretch tire to get fender to lip, or meaty tire and add camber to tuck?
Ooh.
This is a good one because I feel like
we've talked about this
we have like in a couple videos recently.
I feel like our opinion is changing. It's like we are going through, what is it called? Puberty when we're talking about this, because I used to say tuck or stretch the tire to get the fender to lip.
Yep.
Now I feel like a tucked meaty setup is better, and here is why. I feel like the stretch tire and the fender to lip aired up is a really rough thing to look at. It's just not overtly enjoyable to see, and I think we can all admit that. We've all seen it, we've all built it before. Whereas the meaty setup with more of a tucked and camber setup, once it's aired up, it still looks like a solid meaty static setup. And then it's only when you air out that you get to see that it goes lower. So I would actually go with meaty tucked and a little bit of camber to get them in there when you're aired out, and then once you actually lift up, now you have a proper, like, nice little meaty setup.
Definitely. And I would have to 100% agree with that, specifically because of that aired up thing. Yeah. Just because like I've seen it more and more with like just super stretched tires, and then like they go down the road, or like you see it at the show, like, man, that's really cool. They air up, they go to leave, and you're like,
rough.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it a lot with GTRs too. Like
GTRs
are king of having this really weird stance when they're aired up with like stretch tires. It looks rough.
I think like a good size tire, like there was a Subaru on the last from the gallery that we did, it was kind of doing the same thing. It was on airlift, it had a really wide tire on it, and it just looked good.
Yeah, I agree.
Next question is from Prism716. Fast and Furious or Born to Race movie?
So like I feel like, I don't know, my dates could be completely wrong. I feel like Born to Race came out when Fast and Furious was going downwards, and then I think we associate. I really liked Born to Race. I didn't like the fact that it was a drag strip for the end, because that's the one with the Subaru and
Yeah, he's got the WRX.
Challenger, Camaro, or Charger, some domestic car. I think it was a Mustang. And that was the only, but I did really enjoy the plot of it. I thought it was pretty good. I didn't think it was bad. I really enjoyed it. The thing is that Fast and Furious is like the iconic. You know, it's like the first one was the one, and then the second one was okay, and then the third one was great. That was Tokyo Drift. Fourth one was all right. The fifth one was the sixth
Swung some
one
vaults through the city, you know.
Oof.
6 made 5 look good.
Yeah, 6 made 5 look good, and then 7th came along, and there was an upswing at the end. There was an upswing
there
at
a
the
little
end.
bit, yep.
And you're like, this is it. They ended it, you know, even though I didn't appreciate a lot of the move, you know, boom, bang, bing, boom, done. No questions asked, and then they made an 8th one.
And the trailers for 8 came out, and everyone just lost their again.
Yeah, and they replaced Paul Walker with some budget, great value look. Whatever. All right, Gels, what do you think?
I mean, I've watched Born to Race. I was actually just bored on Netflix one day and like came across. I'm like, it's a car movie. I'll throw it on, and I did like it. I thought it was a good movie. Would I say it's better than Fast and Furious, or would I prefer it over Fast and the Furious? Probably not.
It'd be like, do you prefer lukewarm fries from Burger King, or do you enjoy 3-day-old chicken McNuggets from McDonald's?
Right.
Like the choices are difficult. Anyway, moving on to the next question. I really do like Born to Race.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
Don't kill me.
Next question comes from Simon Galinas.
Wait, what?
Import a Euro car or import a JDM car?
So import a Euro or import a JDM? What would you choose? Oof.
Like when you're like import a Euro, you're talking like what? Like the Sirocco?
Yeah, import anything you want from the good old European Union.
See, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just never like I don't know much about like the European market, so like I just don't know like what is all there in terms of like, you know, what's cool and stuff like that. So I'd probably have to say like import a JDM car, just because like I know so much more about those, and like I would know right off the top of my head what I would want to get.
Yeah, I would go with I think I'd go with the JDM car too. There's a lot of cool Euro cars out there that you could definitely import that would be super great. I know some old BMWs that I would love to just have over stateside, or an RS6 Avant or something like that would be super fun. But I would, if I could import anything, I'd import an old 2000 GT. So that is going to lead me into the Toyota realm, and there we are. So.
All right. Next question is from Dan Core CZ. Forza or Gran Turismo?
Forza all day.
Yeah, Forza. I don't even have a PS4. I had an Xbox because I was apparently hated as a child, so I didn't ever get on the PS4 train. So I only had was Forza. Then I'm just too cheap to ever buy a different gaming console.
Yeah. So I started off with like Gran Turismo because I had like PlayStation before I switched to Xbox, and it's like it was pretty good. But then like once I got the Xbox One and I bought like Forza 5, and I'm like, this is just a lot nicer. And I just felt like it ran a little better. Like it was just a little more simulated in the fact. Like it felt better. I don't know. It wasn't as clunky, I feel like.
My best friend Michael and I used to do drift racing on Forza Motorsport 4.
Oh yeah.
And that's how we
that was a good one.
That's how we burned time when we were in college and had no money. So.
All right. We have a bonus question.
Tell you what.
All right. So bonus question is orange juice or apple juice after brushing your teeth?
On 3.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Apple
Orange
juice.
I enjoy the pain.
Oh my god. I know it sounds like a completely like unrelated note, but it just reminds me of like the episode of The Office where they all got like the Sabre like water bottles, and Michael fills them all with like orange juice, and everyone's like, tastes like a battery, and I'm like, yeah.
I've made that mistake before. I just really enjoyed I really wanted some orange juice in the morning before I was heading to work, and I remember I drank it. I was like, this is terrible. I'm gonna keep drinking it because I told myself I really wanted orange juice. And I don't think I've ever kept apple juice in my house on purpose.
True.
It's usually an orange juice. So that's all I got. That's it. That's all I got. Is that the last question?
Yep, that was the last one.
So if you guys want to participate in the next episode of This or That, all you have to do is drop a comment on whether we would go with this or whether we would go with that. Try to keep it automotive related, and we will have one bonus point at the end, maybe, if you ask.
Usually food related.
If
I think
you ask the right
related.
question. Yeah, food related is good. Yeah. Joe, do you have anything?
No, I'm good.
All right. I'm Alex from Fitment Industries.
I'm Joseph from Fitment Industries.
And we'll start suspensionfitmentindustries.com. Otherwise, we will see you later. Peace.